Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Those with an eagle eye will have noticed that this is not a beetle. So the beetle is now all covered up. I've got to make some decisions on this car. I'll do another video on the beetle soon, just about that. It does mean though that I can get on with the Mira. And the last time we saw this car, I'd already primed it. I'd already flattered it. It was pretty much ready for paint. And then I didn't know whether the paint for the beetle was going to turn up first or I'd be getting on with the Mira. But the beetle paint did turn up, so I got that rattled off. And then now I can get on with the Mira. So if you don't know about this car, this is the one that actually kick-started off the whole YouTube channel for me. It was purchased at a Japanese scrapyard. It wasn't in good shape. It was a non-runner. All the repairs are done now. It kind of runs, and what's left now is to address the paint. And if you have watched the previous videos on this Mira build, you'd already know that I've painted the interior, so that's all done. So I've masked up the interior bits and the exterior parts that I don't want paint on, so this is now pretty much ready. Just needs a quick tack rag. I've already degreased it, and then it's on with the paint. So not only do I have to paint pretty much the whole exterior of this little car, I've also got the bumpers to do, there's side skirts, there's a rear spoiler, and there's also trims that go down the door, bonnet scoop, more trim, etc. And in the same way that I painted the beetle in a dusty workshop, I'm going to do the same with the Mira. I'm just going to go ahead and plonk some paint on. And when this car left the showroom, it was painted in a really nice gunmetal metallic silver, and that's actually the colour I'm going to go for. So I've just applied 3 coats of the gunmetal silver on the body of the car and all the plastics. And what I need to do now is I need to put on the clear coat or clear lacquer. So I've just applied 3 coats of clear coat on the exterior of the Mira, and to be honest, it's looking pretty good. So when it comes to silver paint, me and silver paint, we have a bit of a love-hate relationship. I really like the look of silver cars. I think they can really show the contours of a body, but I really struggle painting silver paint. I don't know about you guys, but when painting silver, it can be really tricky not to get little dry patches or the grain looking slightly different. I mean, to be honest, this is a vast improvement to what it did look like before. So I was just about to put some clear coat on the front and rear bumpers and also the side skirts, but then I thought I might try something at this point. So originally when this car left the factory, it had a red pinstripe running along the bottom of the front and rear bumper. But not only that, there was a pinstripe that ran along the side of the side skirts, or what I could tell was what was left of them. They had obviously deteriorated and disappeared over the years. And what I've done in the past, once the car was painted, I just applied a red pinstripe. But what I found is, over time, the pinstripe would shrink and it would lift up on the corners, and I ended up having to take the pinstripe off and reapplying it, and I just wasn't happy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply the pinstripe to the bumpers and the side skirts, then I'm going to clear coat the whole lot in. So that's the pinstripes applied to the side skirts and also the front part of the side skirts. But not only that, I've also managed to do the bumpers on the front and the rear. I've just got that little red pinstripe that sits just on that lower edge. So all I'm going to do now is apply about 3 coats of clear coat or clear lacquer, and then that should be it. So that's the bumpers painted and the clear coat applied, along with the side skirts and the rear spoiler and the front grille, the 2 door mouldings, the corners of the side skirt, a little infill panel that goes in the rear spoiler, the bonnet vent, and of course, the car. So at this point, I'm pretty much done. What I need to do is just let it dry. At the moment, it still is a bit tacky. And once it's fully dry, I can then start flatting and polishing it. There's a couple of areas I'm not quite happy with. As I said, I really struggle with silver paint. There's a couple of patches on the bonnet. If I need to, I can always just do local blow-ins and then re-lacquer any panels I'm not quite happy with. And with this particular paint job, there are a couple of things I would have liked to do differently. The first thing is I did rush it. I didn't allow enough time to paint and clear coat this car. So I did end up with a couple of runs in the clear coat. I'm hoping that they will flat out and polish out. Also, another thing that I did have a problem with, you can see there's a piece of cloth strapped to the bottom of my gun, and what actually happened was the airline had a tiny leak and there was a couple of drips of water that ended up on the paint. I mean, it wasn't a big problem. All I did is wait for the paint to dry and I could just soak up the water with a bit of towel. But one of the biggest problems I had was something that I shouldn't have done, but I was painting in the workshop. It was getting very fumy. Unfortunately, I don't have a proper extraction system. I did crack open a window, which caused a load of dust to come in. It's very windy today. As you can hear, the shutter doors are rattling, and a load of dust actually ended up on the clear coat. I am hoping that I'll be able to flat and polish these bits out. But you don't want to hear all my excuses. I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty happy that the car is finally in one color, and any little imperfections I can just sort out as I go along. There is a little bit more painting that needs to be done on this car, and that involves the door pillars. These areas here were in black, so I wouldn't mind just respraying those areas in black. Not only that, I think there's a little panel here behind the mirror that's also black. So at this point, there's not really a lot I can do apart from watch paint dry, but luckily for me, the sun is shining outside, so the workshop is getting nice and warm. What I'm going to do is just call it a day and leave it to cook. Thanks for tuning in as always. Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I'll see you next time. Cheers! Something I forgot to mention was the paint and the clear coat. What I used was a product by a company called Rock Paint. The paint was mixed at a 10:1 ratio and the clear coat is a 3:1.